It feels so good to have you on today's edition of Fact and Rant on Teapot TV. My name is Elvis Vitalis, and trust me, I have most delectable ladies you can probably Google, and then the answers you get on Google will definitely wow you. So I'll let them introduce themselves, right?
Okay, my name is Mogo Princess, and today we're going to be diving deep, not just deep, but really deep into one of the worst, or should I say, the most controversial topic you can ever hear today. Yeah.
I mean, of course, in our world today, if you hear of therapy, for instance, I
Mm.
mean, someone gets to tell you, I want to visit a therapy. What comes to your mind as a Nigerian?
Indon Chris.
Exactly my point. So today we're definitely going to be diversifying, digesting, and breaking it into chunks for you to understand what it is.
Exactly. And to help us unpack the situation, we have one of the most beautiful, commendable, elegant therapists that will be helping us today to digest and unpack. And it's nobody else but Boomer Green. Thank you very much.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. She keeps smiling.
Yeah, she keeps smiling like, you know. So let's start off with the basic. All right. For some persons, they be like therapy and someone being unstable. When
Mm.
you probably tell somebody that you want to visit a therapy, they just tag it as though you're mad, you're going psycho or something. That is what it is in Nigeria. And it's more like some persons as well, they feel like it's more talk. Basically, you're going there to just listen to people say things and not really action. So from your point of view exactly, what do you think this is?
Well, for me, I don't think you people really need to think about this mental health as somebody running mad already before
Mm.
seeking for help.
Mm,
You must not be on the streets. You must not be in a psychiatric ward
okay.
before they tag you to have mental health problems.
Mm,
You could actually people go through depression.
yeah.
I mean, and then some of this depression, it has stages,
Mm,
and most of them need therapy. Even
okay.
if some of them you could just talk to somebody and then the person could help you come out from that, but sometimes it's deeper than
Mm,
just seeking for help from random persons, probably person that you're vulnerable to.
okay.
So I think it's very important to seek for
Okay.
therapy.
Mm,
Okay. So I believe in Nigeria, most people feel like we're not supposed to be depressed. Knowing fully well the kind of area we come from a particular part where normally when you see the foreigners being depressed, they could
yeah.
actually pick a knife and like
Yeah, I want to do
take their
crazy
lives or
stuff.
stuff like that. But in Nigeria, when you hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm depressed," you can hear somebody say, "Ah, depressed came. You're just being lazy. Go and work harder."
Mm.
All this kind of talk. Why do you feel that people take? Why do people reject that particular fact of somebody saying, "Oh, depression is actually real"?
This thing that ignorance is a disease,
Mm.
because here in Africa, I mean, the society that we've actually grown up to, you know understand that this thing is not normal for you to seek for therapy. They feel like, okay, being silent, being just taking everything in means you being strong. But first of all, let's understand what mental health is and how important it is. Now, mental health is the psychological and emotional well-being of a person. This actually determines how we make life choices.
Mm.
This determines how we think, how we probably relate with other persons, our spouse, our relationship, and family members. That is why it's very important for you to take care of your mental health, because without you being stable, I mean, you cannot live a purposeful life. You cannot
Yeah.
contribute to the society
Mm.
in any way.
Mm.
Rather, you're complicating issues
Mm.
and making everything worse. That is why it's very important for us to know that being silent doesn't mean that you're strong. But
Mm.
understanding, let me tell you something. A therapist is going to make you understand your pain.
Mm.
They're going to make you understand, because it takes understanding for you. Probably you're sick. It takes understanding for you to go to a doctor, a pharmacist, to seek for help.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I'm not fine, and you're going to a pharmacist
Mm-hmm.
for treatment and all that. So it takes a therapist to make you understand your pain, and
Mm.
that's like the first step to you getting better
Mm.
and coming out from that phase. So let's not just misjudge this with this person is big, this person is
Mm.
lazy, and let's just help. And probably you're seeing somebody going through this,
Mm.
please try as much as you can to be of help to this person, not just complicating issues and being judgmental, because a lot of persons are vulnerable
Okay.
to these things, so they actually need help.
All right. So let's narrow it down to, or better say, let's talk about the big elephant right here in the room. We're talking about the spirituality part of, Nigerians, because for some persons, they'll gladly, go into fasting. They'll gladly pray. They'll gladly
Yeah,
want to
cast and
kabash, stay
bind
all
from your
up all
village
night
people.
to pray. Do you understand?
Yes.
Rather than visiting
A
the
therapist.
right therapist to ensure that, okay, whatever it is they're having in their space, it's actually out. Do you feel that therapy is somewhat at war with spirituality right here in Africa? I wouldn't really just in Nigeria, but in Africa at large.
Okay, we are talking about spirituality. It's actually an aspect of health, because recently the WHO added spirituality and financial health to the
Definition.
definition of what health is all about. So
Okay.
we cannot just push prayer outside and say therapy is very important, but they complement each other.
Okay.
They work hand in hand. You cannot do this without that.
Mm.
A pastor will tell you have faith, pray harder, and God is going to help you. But like I said before, a therapist will make you understand your world better. It's
Mm.
going to make you understand your pain, and that's like a major road to getting treatment and help. So we should not mistake the both of them,
Okay.
because they literally complement
Each
each
other.
other. You
Okay.
can pray and ask God that, oh please, I need help. I need to
Mm.
come out from this mood and this despair. And also you still need a therapist
Mm.
to make you
Okay.
understand better.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now talking about therapy itself and Africa in general. We as Africans, we don't believe in a lot of things that the wise people believe in, from their fashion to the lifestyle and even to mental state. Someone in the Western world could suffer from schizophrenia and we attempted to be like a serial murderer. But here in Africa, we feel like, oh, those kind of things don't even exist. Now, let's bring it back home to what we're talking about, mental health. Now, a lot of parents in Africa dismiss the fact that depression is not our thing, it's a Western man thing because they find that it's easier for them to be depressed than us. How can we change this narrative that depression is everywhere, not just a white man thing?
Mm.
Okay. One thing is awareness, creating awareness of this particular distance, because if awareness is not created, I mean ignorance will take place.
Yeah.
So here in Africa, we are believed to say, oh, for you to for you to be mentally stable, that means you need to be strong. You need to be, even if you're going, don't express how
You feel?
much. Yes, don't express your feelings. Just go about your daily activities and be strong. That's why we normally say, ah, we are Nigerians. We are stronger than this. That mentality has eaten deep, and it needs to change, because I mean, for somebody to even commit suicide, you don't know exactly what that person has gone through for him to think that much. You don't even know, if you put yourself in that shoe, if you would even survive to the extent that person did. So we should try as much as we can to put ourselves in people's shoe and try to understand their pain and also listen to them.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I don't know. Let's talk about men. Most guys, right?
Your gender.
Aside myself, I'm a very good person. Let's talk about some guys. Most guys out there. For some persons, when they feel hot, when they feel down, right? Rather than talking it out, rather than sharing, because they say the problem shared is solved.
That's all.
They rather drink it away,
Mm.
sleep out, eat, some do nasty things just so they feel like it's out of their system. All right.
Mm.
So why do you think that for men it's very difficult for them to really heal? That stage of healing is very difficult for them.
Because society have taught men that being tough is
Mm.
being a man,
Mm,
being tough is being masculine.
mm,
So they are being taught to, take everything in and do not express how they really feel
okay.
emotionally when it even comes to this mental state and all that. And it's really affecting a lot of persons, because I feel like you taking that thing is making it worse than it's supposed to be.
Mm,
Now, going to a therapist doesn't mean you're weak.
mm,
It's just that you're taking your health seriously and you're creating a safe space for yourself and for your partners and people around you.
Partners.
Na
Okay.
collabo.
Yes,
You should be
because
very
Na
specific
collabo.
there.
yes, your partners,
Collaboration.
you're creating a safe space for your relationship and how you relate, how you make choices, life choices, and contributing meaningfully to the society
Mm.
as a man. So
Okay.
it doesn't make you weak in any way.
Anyway.
Yes, it's
Okay.
making you safe, keeping yourself safe.
Mm.
And that's what health is all about.
Okay. So basically, just like Elvis said, a problem shared is a problem solved.
So
No, there are different breakdowns of that saying. Some say a problem shared is a problem half solved. Some say a problem shared is a problem casted. So at the point now, men actually feel like they don't believe in talking. They don't believe in talk. At one point, should a man understand that he's free to talk?
at every point, once you just notice that your mental health is not stable,
Mm.
I mean, rather than feeling like you're going to be judged because, oh, I'm a man, I need to be strong, rather than talking things out, let's erase this, let's unlearn that therapy helps us a lot. And I mean, there's no two ways about it. Even as a man, as a woman, everybody needs it. Even a child, teenager, everybody needs it. So we should not, bring it or
Down to something
yes, that it's for just females
different, yeah.
or just for children. It's for both men because
Okay.
I mean it's going to help you a lot how you perceive things,
Okay.
because mental health is how determines how you think. So if it's affected, a lot of things will go wrong.
Okay, so if it's affected, a lot of things will go wrong, like she has likely said. Now, this whole conversation has really been an eye opener for me. I felt like I didn't need a therapist, but right now I think I need one. So, for those of us who do not know where to start or can't afford a therapist, because last time I checked, someone who booked a therapist, a 3 time session was like almost 100K.
100K.
Yes.
It's cheap now.
So those people
one
who
I saw
cannot
on-
afford therapy or don't even have an idea of where to start, maybe they have the financing, what would you recommend for them?
Okay, start from where you are. One thing one of my mentor would tell me is that always look for somebody you're free with, you can be vulnerable to. Like for me, for instance, I have a sister that once anything goes wrong, if I want to cry, if I'm feeling down and anxious, I will just call her. She's far away. She's in Ondo. Sorry, she's in Ogun State. I always call her and tell her, babe, we'll see. And she gets to console me. There's nothing she doesn't know about me. So, first off, look for that person that you feel comfortable with, you're vulnerable with. You can just discuss anything with the person. And, pray for yourself. Ask them to pray for you. Yes. And also, there are courses online, YouTube. You could just go. There's nothing in this world that you can't find on YouTube. Anything you want to learn, anything you feel like it's going wrong, just Google it or go on your YouTube. You see them, and this is going to help a lot.
Okay. So, what are your final words, or what would your final words be to those particular persons that feel therapy is maybe unnecessary? What would you say?
Like, talk to me directly. I never used to knew what
I know my
necessary
landlord. I think if you
See,
tell him
was now-
therapy, he would be like, "What
But
are you
Nigeria,
saying?
you're
Doesn't
telling-
he have a wife?"
As in-
So, what would be your words?
What's the greater therapy than women?
Okay, to everyone listening, therapy is like the best thing that could happen to you whenever you're going mentally, whenever you're having any mental issues.
Okay.
Yes, it's one of the best things that can happen to you. It's not showing that you're weak. It's not showing that you cannot go through this alone, but you actually need somebody to walk you through that phase. So it's cannot be overemphasized. It's very, very important. So please try as much as you can to seek for help whenever you feel like you need one, and also reach out to persons that you feel like, oh, they need help. Don't be judgmental. Just help as much as you can.
Okay, now I feel like I would be engaged for therapy after now. Anyway, it's been a wonderful ride. She's been able to educate us. She's been able to teach us. For me, this experience has been gold for me. I don't know about you, but I believe Elvis from now will actually be visiting a therapist after the session. Am I correct?
Speak for yourself. Of course, if there's a need for that, right? And also to those our viewers, our listeners out there, nationwide, states, international, have this at the back of your mind that when you're feeling down, whenever you need help, you can always get help.
Don't
All
wait
right?
till you have breakfast.
You being strong or you being weak doesn't guarantee that you can't be strong. You probably falling off the cliff doesn't mean you can't actually rise.
Exactly.
You need that one person to speak to. Don't always feel like you can't really get access to anybody or isolate yourself. You need everybody. They say one cup of a water, if we all start fetching one cup of a water, eventually we'll form a river, right?
It's gonna take time. It was
Yeah,
real.
so it's probably going to take time, but whatever it is you're feeling at the time, just have it at the back of your mind that there's always a solution to it. And today, we're saying therapy is the most important thing that you should need. It's healthy, it's a safe practice, it is approved by the World Health Organization.
It's good for your mental health.
Exactly. So if you want to stay stable, you want to stay sane, try therapy today.
Exactly.
Mm.
Anyway, this is where we call it a wrap, but that does not mean we're leaving you behind. Please go on all our social media platforms, follow all our handles at TPOC TV. Trust me, we have content there to keep you glued to your seat. Until we come your way next time, from us to you, my name is Princess Mogu, and
Elvis Vitalis.
it's bye.
Sharp.
You started feeling we have a sound.
Exactly.